The Federal Reserve is anticipated to flag at its meeting this week that it's ready to raise interest rates as soon as March, and that it'll consider other policy tightening, reversing the easy programs it put in place to fight the epidemic. In today's video, we'll talk about the real reason for housing market crash. But before that, make sure you press that red subscribe button along with that tiny bell icon to get updated every time we post new videos. Let's get started. The Fed is planning to raise the rates that banks charge one another for short-term loans. That will increase borrowing costs for all kinds of loans, although mortgages aren't as directly connected to those increases as others. The Fed's thing is to tamp down overall inflation, but the weird circumstances caused by the epidemic mean the housing market might not adhere. That means that you'll have to be flexible. So start with the knowable. There was double-numbered percentage price increases last year on what's now, at the median, a $408,000 collection of new gypsum and sticks. It's $350,000 for existing homes. Mortgage rates have formerly risen more than a percentage point off their record lows, and sales have jumped to start the year as numerous buyers try to lock in a more alluring rate than what might be available in just a few months. Mortgage interest rates will presumably rise more before the year's over, from the current position of 3.92%. But it's not just Fed rate increases in play here. There's an unusual action that may come from the central bank that could drive an increase. The federal government owns enormous bundles of home mortgages that live inside bonds, which it bought in recent times to stabilize the housing market and the overall frugality. The housing market is more than okay now, and the Federal Reserve wants out of those bonds sooner rather than later. However, still, it could submerge the market and force bond prices down if it sells too many too fleetly. At that point, bankers trying to package and vend new bundles of mortgages would need those new bonds to pay further to investors so they buy them. And in order for those bonds to pay more, homeowners will need to be paying advanced interest rates on their mortgages. When you ask people about what they plan to pay if mortgage rates rise, as Andrea Fuster and Bassett Zafar did for a paper they published beforehand last year, the responses appeared surprising. The researchers asked what the prospective buyers would be willing to pay if mortgage rates were 6.5% instead of 4.5%. The respondents' price target was only 5% lower on average. Nearly half did not change their figure at all. That's a sign there could still be a lot of competition among buyers, even with advanced mortgage rates. Then again, that survey took place before consumers were so antsy about inflation driving up the costs of day-to-day living. Still nervous? It's worth remembering that playing on isn't a requirement. Being a renter isn't a disqualifier for life satisfaction, and in some circumstances, buying a home in an environment like this is a recipe for remorse. That's all for today's video. Let us know your views in the comment section below, and don't forget to like this video before leaving. Thanks for watching.